Good evening and welcome to Younib TV News at 9. My name is Elias Muchina. Today being the 4th of December 2025, we have an array of stories prepared for you covering political issues, county affairs, social matters and much more here on Younib TV. Before we commence, let us first take a look at the news that is currently making the headlines.
As per the law. But in this situation, the government has decided to evict people from the river itself. They are consuming around 60 meters.
We are ready to work with you. We are ready to be in government and back you. We are still following the spirit of our able Raila Amolo Odinga. Yes. Whenever
our partnership and cooperation in the Kenyan space and also in the Chinese space. And one of the things is that we are trying to see how, as partners, we can be able to further enhance the youth development and also just see the work-life balance.
Welcome. Embakasi East MP Babu Owino has alleged that the government is trying to appropriate ancestral land in Kangemi and Dagoretti under the guise of cleaning the Nairobi River. He asserted that the residents are being forced to relocate up to 60 meters from the river, even though the law stipulates a setback of only 6 to 10 meters. Owino emphasized that this extent evictions promote inquiries regarding who stands gain from the additional land. Here is the story.
In Kangemi, Westlands region, the Dagoretti area, there's a major problem which is looming up, a challenge that the government wants to clean Nairobi River, which is a good cause, but that you are being told that the residents are supposed to move between 6 to 10 meters as per the law. But in this situation, the government has decided to evict people from the river itself. They are consuming around 60 meters, which is almost an eighth or a quarter of a land. So the question is, if you intended to move people to a distance of between 6 to 10 meters further from the river, why do you want to move people to a distance of 60 meters? This extra land, who is the beneficiary of this extra land? And we get to know that the government wants to construct the affordable housing. I want to tell you that the said property, the said parcel of land has sentimental attachment. These are ancestral lands, the lands with freehold title, not leasehold. But even if it were leasehold, then it means that they are owners of this property. Leasehold is subject to renewal after a period of 99 years. But these are freehold property. Then it means that the government is grabbing these parcels of land from their rightful owners, and that
County government are facing pressure to abolish taxes and levies imposed on individuals with disabilities, as leaders caution the existing system excludes thousands from achieving economic independence and accessing essential services. Nyeri MP Rahab Mukami has called on counties to set a precedent by removing fees that hinder individuals with disability from operating small businesses.
Kuna Disability Act yenye ilikuwa ya bill ya county government, of which wanatakana they waive taxes and they waive levies for people living with disability. And I would urge Nyeri County ianze ikuwe ndio mfano ya all the other counties, and I know governor is going to do that. Let's do that for our people unajua ni kujipata, walijipata wakiwa na disability. So let's waive those taxes, we waive levies so that we are able to empower them and they are able to continue with their life. Remember, majority of them are parents na wako na watoto. Kwa hivyo, if we do that, they will be able to do their small businesses, and I'm going to continue empowering.
Treating all the people with disability in Kenya through the SHA program free of charge. When this program was made, as a person, I was convinced that I should add my contributions from 1,700 shillings to 38,000 shillings per month, so that the government can be able to take care of the disabled, the vulnerable, and the people who are poor in the society. I'm very disappointed that this money has not been used to do that work. As we talk today, the people with disability are actually being asked to pay a full 1 year to be treated in the hospitals. We have people who need catheters, we have people who need medical services, we have people who need drugs, we have people of disability who need so much attention in hospitals. But as we talk today, they continue to pay for those services, and many of them are suffering under this program that is called SHA. And that is where I want to ask the government, can you release our money? The money that we are paying through our payslips, the money that we are paying through our noses to help the poor and vulnerable in the society. Can you release that money? The budget that is required to take care of the disabled people in terms of cash transfer is so little as compared to how much more money the government is spending on luxury, on unnecessary things, on harambes, and on important and useless empowerment programs. And if this money was to be taken and be given to the people with disability as cash transfers, these people are able to afford decent life, because many of them today cannot afford they cannot afford decent living. And yet, that is one of the things that we should have as an obligation.
Patients with heart conditions throughout the nation are poised to benefit from quicker, safer, and more cost-effective treatment due to the inauguration of a new cardiac catheterization laboratory at Avenue Hospital in Nairobi. Health authorities observe that for many years, numerous Kenyans suffering from hypertension, stroke, and after failure have encountered delayed diagnosis, lengthy referral process, and the significant financial strain of obtaining treatment overseas. As cardiovascular disease continue to escalate, almost 1 in 4 adults currently suffer from high blood pressure. Here is the story.
We continue to have an increase in the prevalence of non-communicable diseases. We have a rise in hypertension, diabetes, and other cardiovascular diseases. And these diseases, when they get complicated, then we now have interventions. And as government, we are committed to formulating policies, guidelines, to ensure that all Kenyans, wherever they are able to get this in an affordable manner.
These are things a few years ago, the only way was to go to India or other places. So now these are available in Kenya at accessible pricing to more Kenyans, and it's supported through SHA. So you, with your SHA, you're able to access these services.
A group of legislators in Laikipia County is advocating for the reinstatement of security along the borders with adjacent counties, where incidents of cattle theft are increasing. Headed by Laikipia East MP Mwangi Kiunjuri, the official expressed that the instability has left the local population in a state of anxiety. Kiunjuri emphasizes that this issue must be resolved definitely.
Laikipia North lazima tutaweka mipaka yetu na tuheshimike Laikipia North. Na tunapiga kura ya kujiheshimu kama watu ya Laikipia. Ndio tunasema kwa mara ya kwanza tutafanya campaign ya Laikipia County. Na tuseme tuheshimike. Na ndio unasikia Sara akisema wale waizi wanakuja wanatoka nje. Na hana wasiwasi atiatatishwa na watu tunajaribu ukiongea tutaleta watu wapigia Laikipia. Leta watu wapigia Laikipia, lakini Laikipia iko na wenyeji ni wengi, kuna wale unaweza kutetea.
Laikipia hii tumekuwa nyuma miaka mingi sana, kwa sababu hatujajua siri ya kuongea kwa sauti moja. Tumekuwa na masauti mingi. Ati Kiunjuri akiongea huko mahali sisi nataka tunasema achana na hiyo Kikuyu. Sisi tukiongea wengine achaneni na hiyo Mandorobo. Sasa hii tumesema sauti ya Sara ni sauti ya Kiunjuri. Sauti ya Kiunjuri ni sauti ya Jenikajiri.
And that story from Laikipia takes us for a short break. We'll be back with more stories, including youth leaders in Homa Bay who are urging both residents and political figures to seek reconciliation following the conflict that occurred in the Kasipul. Don't touch that there.
Ever the best. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. Youth leaders in Homa Bay County are urging both residents and political figures to seek reconciliation following the conflict that occurred in the Kasipul parliamentary constituency during the by-election. This appeal arises amidst the intensified rivalry between the ODM and the UDA youth factions in Homa Bay County. Additionally, several women leaders have expressed their grievances regarding oppression from certain individuals in position of authority.
Tunaona wanapenda vita za social media na vitu ndogo ndogo, na hiyo haitakuwa inatufaidisha kama wananchi. Tunaomba hawa viongozi wetu waketi chini, waheshimiane, na sisi kama wafuasi wao tukue na amani. Tutaki kuona viongozi wetu wanapigana juu ya vitu ndogo ndogo.
Here to talk to my fellow leaders, our leaders, to kindly consider bringing peace and unity to Homa Bay. Let us work and unite our constituents rather than bringing war or disagreement.
Tutayasikiliza, tutayakalia, hatutayameza. Tuko na machungu kama watu wa Homa Bay. Hatuwezi sikiliza haya yote ambayo yanaendelea. Hatuna furaha hata kidogo, kwa sababu wakati mmepagawa na wivu, na fitina na dhuluma.
We are ready to work with you. We are ready to be in government and back you. We are still following the spirit of our able Raila Amolo Odinga. Yes. Whenever he's dead or not. We are still following his spirit. We are here to stay. If you think we will quit out of this broad base, forget about it.
The project currently being executed in partnership with the Kajiado County Government and the National Lands Commission will result in the insurance of new title deeds of 36,800 plots across different towns in the county after a prolonged delay. The county's lands department initiated this process in 2022, aiming to accelerate the distribution of these deeds in 37 towns, benefiting around 22,000 plot owners.
Sijamaliza kujenga hiyo plot, nitaweza kuchukua loan kwa financial institution na ili nijimudu kimaisha.
Hii hatimiliki si inanifanya mimi mwana Kajiado kamili.
na kuweza kuendelea na mambo mengi tu yale yamekuwa yamefungika.
Imeonekana sasa si ni watu wenye kuwa na haki miliki ya hiyo area. Kwa hivyo tunaweza kufanya mambo mengi, imefungua ukurasa mpya, kwa hivyo maendeleo yatapatikana. Waporaji wa mali ya wenyewe sasa tunawaambia nyoo au muipati tena, manake ishapata haki miliki.
We had many people owning a same piece of land. We had people with many allotment letters to one small plot. We had so much disorder, but today the document you receive remove that disorder, remove those disputes, and make sure that you have that legal protection.
In addition, the Commission processed 122 reservations of public land to public institutions. Unajua tuko na jukumu ya kulinda public land pia. Na mimi nyinyi pia mpe ambassador. Ukiona mkora fulani amekuja kunyakua shamba ya public, huko ndo mahali watoto wanasomea, huko ndo mahali utakuwa na hospitali, huko mahali utakuwa na police stations, msinyamaze.
The vision that we have of livable town, we have substantially achieved by making our towns and the ownership of those plots secure in the hands of the owners. It will come with a lot of benefit.
This document is more than a piece of paper. And I repeat, as it has been said earlier, it is more than a piece of paper. It is a gateway to opportunity. One, security of tenure. Distinguished people of Kajiado, the document you are receiving gives you a security of tenure of 99 years of ownership rights.
China has elevated its collaboration with Kenya through the initiation of the first ever China-Kenya Friendship Games, a vibrant sport festival that unites over 700 participants from 19 Chinese companies operating within the nation. This event, organized by the Kenya-China Economic and Trade Associate and backed by the Embassy of the People's Republic of China in Kenya, signifies a key event of the 2025 Kenya-China Culture Season and serves as a new demonstration of the strengthening people-to-people connection between the counties.
And therefore, we expect going forward quite more with several other corporates coming together. We have had a discussion with them and we are requesting them that the way they have organized this one, if it is possible for them, they support our Kenyan team. We have the football team, we have athletics, and quite a number of rugby and the likes, because it is within their corporate social responsibility.
I think it's a very good program. It will strengthen the friendship not only between the Chinese staff and the Kenyan staff of the Chinese enterprises in Kenya, but also the friendship between Chinese and the Kenyan people. The sports, cooperation in sports, is a very important part of our relations.
The China-Kenya Friendship Games have been, it's one of a kind that we're doing. This is the first series that has just started off, and it's one of the things that we're looking at increasing our partnership and cooperation in the Kenyan space and also in the Chinese space. And one of the things is that we are trying to see how, as partners, we can be able to further enhance the youth development and also just see the work-life balance that people are experiencing, because there's a lot around mental wellness.
We are wrapping up our live coverage. We thank you for your engagement and your decision to stay informed. We'll continue to deliver the latest updates as they arise. For more stories and in-depth coverage, please stay tuned or visit our social media platforms. I am Elias Muchina, and on behalf of the entire team at Younib TV, I wish you a delightful evening. Goodbye.